This run, this game is cursed. I got to a save room. I stopped my recording. Well, I thought I'd stopped my recording. I pressed the record button, which is a toggly thing, and went to the bathroom. Just come back, hit the record button to start the recording, and it's come up with the remixing your video. And what I've actually done is not recorded about 30 odd minutes of play and recorded 5 minutes of me standing here whilst I went to the loo. Because when I thought I was stopping a recording, I was actually starting a recording because I never started the recording in the first place. I thought I had. So all of this fucking ice baby ice armor spear throwing bullshit hasn't recorded. Now I have two choices. I can either go back to an earlier save state, because I've got one, and I can do it all again, or I can just say, fuck it, let's just carry on. And considering how fucking pissed off I am with this section, I think I'm just going to carry on. The thing is, I strongly suspect that there's probably a boss up here. So I guess what I must have done was, because I went and did some farming. I'm now, what level am I? 33. So I got 2 or 3 levels. And I got some extra cards. I went and beat the Earth Demon, because we were close, until I got his card. And I beat up some of those grizzly things for their strength things, which took a while. But again, decent XP. So... these things are assholes as well. Ooh, another level. Don't mind if I do. Ah, bollocks, yes, okay. Sometimes I don't like being right. Yeah, see, I think that's the last one that I've got. Let's go on number 10, just in case I do want to go back and replay this entire section for reasons. Uh-oh. Oh, Camilla! You were with Dracula in the hall. I am Camilla. I beckoned Dracula forth again. Why do you want his return? To turn this world into a living hell? But isn't this world hellish already? Well, that's topical. I've just double-checked that I started recording. People are intrigued by darkness and covet chaos and power. They are dirty, self-centered mongrels. Yes. I simply wish the world to properly reflect this image. You are delusional. If only you too would embrace the darkness in your soul, and a new world would unfold before you. Shut up. I wish the background for the text was slightly darker. Oh yeah, Hugh's in a state, isn't he? Ow. Oh, she... Don't know what that attack is. Huh. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Oh, that's a big beam attack. Okay. Oh, I should have... We've got to go through all the freaking preamble again, haven't we? Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. That was turned off anyway. That was a lot of damage. Ow. Oh. Do I have any potions? I probably don't. Oh no, I've got one. Oh, I got her. You are too late. The rite has been prepared. Only the full moon is missing. It is just a matter of time before the master has his full power of darkness. Your precious master and friend will... Master, you! Ah! Griffin wing. No! Rock wing. Oh, it is a rock thing in this. So it is a rock's feather in this. Maybe I knew that. Well, I must have known that at some point, but clearly in my brain. There we go. I remember doing that a lot. Hurrah! We made it! Okay, is that all of the items that we can get? No, there's one more that we can get. I have no idea what that is. But we've got everything else. Nice. Ooh, there's a thing there. Ow. Try that. Health max. This place looks familiar. Hold on. Are we... Oh, we have. We've just looped up and over. Or under and over. Okay. So. We can now get to really high places. Which means that we can go up the top left. Oh. Where's my cursor? There we go. We can now go to the top left there and shoot our way up there. We can get up here. We can get up there. We can get up there. And I'm assuming we can get up there. Do. Right, this puts us over here. Let's go. How do I get out of here? Oh, yes. Didn't really want to do that. What was the... It's not quite the Black Panther salt, but... Oh, and it doesn't work if we jump. Okay. Wonderful. Not that way. Diddle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yes. Seriously, if I can find a way of turning off this awful knockback, I'm going to do it. Arch maxing. Okay, now we checked out the little square that's just down and right of here. So actually, I think that area is probably done. Well, we've got no percentage completion counter or anything on this screen. Okay. Enemies are still taking a fair number of hits. Okay, now get up here. Oh, this is actually this is an area. I didn't realise this was an area. I thought this was just going to be a room with a thing at the top. Warehorse? Okay, let's yoink. Oh, it is. It is a just kind of end of. Oh, there's another magic. Is that magic? Oh, come on. Yoink. Okay. So that is that sorted. I'm going to go down to that save point, I think. Hurrah. Okie dokie then. So we are. Right. We're right next to a corridor that I haven't filled out for some reason. Why have I turned round? Ah. Un crate. Poison armor. Ooh, take 2k damage. That was MP, wasn't it? I've got no hearts left. Yeah, I guess we just go up. Up more. Oh, come on! Wind armor. Give me that level. Kind of a shame that it doesn't refill your health when you level up. Okay, that's filled out. Oh. Oh, okay. It's the vampire killer. Nice little Simon Says reference on the sides there. Oh, you're pretty. Doesn't seem to do much, but I'm not going to complain about that. Do 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 do. Ow! 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 Right. Not going right then. Oh, these do curse. Oh, finally. Is there an encyclopedia for this one? There is. Oh! It shows you all of the things. including ones that we haven't got yet. Oh, it even shows us what all the stuff is. Ah, the last key. That gets us through the door to Dracula. Double grips. Their power is released when both are equipped. Yeah, 50 strength for each of those rings. I was really lucky with that, actually. Gambler armband. Ring with the curse of the bear? What the hell is that from? Right, come on. Thank you. This area is automatically better for the musical choice. Okay. HP max. Not the most exciting room, but whatever. Do 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 do. While I was having my lunch, just before I did my little farming session, I went looking for reviews of this particular title, and I stumbled across a guy that that is clearly in need of help. For he was implying that Aria of Sorrow was a worse game than this. Now, don't get me wrong, personal preference, yada yada yada. Already got the card from them. Now, I see a lot of hot takes on the internet. But this being a worse game than Aria of Sorrow, I would say is a fairly standard take for most people. Don't get me wrong, there is some stuff in this that I like. I like the card system. I like the fact that hearts have got purpose. Oh. A double pass. Do you have your controllable pass on you? Interesting. Can't be time for another boss yet. No, I wouldn't think so. Dullahan! Dullahan's drop a card. Let's look up. Dullahan's always been very silly enemies to fight because they have a very specific patrol range. Not very interesting to fight, admittedly. Platinum armor. Wow, that is a massive loss in stats, all for 10 defense. I don't think that is worth it. Ladies. Star bracelet. Ooh. That's a chunk of luck. But it is 50 strength that we're losing. Do 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 do. Huh. Oh, those are dark armors, aren't they? Ow. Okay, I'd like a save point now. But I'm not going to get one. And that is Had I not got... No, I guess not. That is arguably one of the worst things about this game. The fact that healing is so limited. The actual enemies in this game are very simplistic. And in a game with better movements and options, they'd be absolutely piss easy to deal with. But in this game where we are essentially the worst vampire hunter ever, you know, all that training and you have the maneuverability of the average piece of roadkill. I didn't go left. Do 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 do. Yeah, because we went upwards previously, didn't we? Oh, hello. Well, we're probably going to die here. Yep. Fuck's sake, how much damage do they want to take? I'm going to be honest, this feels very much like a... This is a short game. Just padded out. Yay, some MP max. One thing you probably noticed, and I don't know why this is, but our MP doesn't move. We regenerate so much of it. Just because I value my time too much for this game, frankly. Thank you. Don't get me wrong, I know if I put some defensive gear on, then maybe... Oop. This is why we hit all the walls. Give me a save point, game. They're not going to. Of course they're not going to. Oh, fuck off. Oh, great. Why is there no save point near here? That's just stupid. But there isn't one, is there? Oh, there's a square down there that could be one. But you're still going to have to face off against... Devil? 130 plus damage? What the fuck? Ah, we get to fight you. Nathan, so you finally arrived. What are you doing? I am superior to you. I will defeat you to prove myself to father. Oh, for fuck's sake. You can't slide through stuff if you've attacked in the last second or so. Because the way the game does inputs is just so trash. And I've got no healing because you can't buy any or anything. It's just a case of, oh, you're going to hope you drop them. Fuck's sake, this is so fucking awful. Just may as go all out with the damage, because what's the point in doing anything else? Oh, and look, we have to sit through this again. I just don't understand how this game is fucking balanced. It's so stupid. Am I like massively underleveled? Fucking run! Oh my fucking god! I don't know how much health he's got. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, fucking clipped him. Jesus Christ. This is so fucking dull. The fact that people prefer this over something is so much better. Like, oh yeah, it just completely baffles me. It's just... Oh, fuck off with your off-screen. Jesus Christ. Trash game.
7:59 a.m.
Hello there. And welcome back to, I'm assuming, the conclusion of this playthrough. I had enough. Admittedly, it didn't help that it was 35 degrees yesterday, which is not great for us British people, but playing a frustrating game in a frustrating heat environment wasn't good for me. So rather than record anymore, I went and did the cleanup. So I very slowly and turgidly, because that's the nature of this game, though we'll talk about that in a second, I went and did all of the other stuff. So I went to every single corner of the castle. I got all of the bits and pieces that I could find. I haven't done the stuff with the skeleton medley guy. And I cheated for the battle arena. I did not, however, cheat for farming all of the souls, which took a substantial amount of time. In fact, have I got a playtime on here? Yeah. So I'm up to 6 hours, 54 minutes and 43 seconds. We've got 98.1% castle coverage. I think there's probably some bits that I've missed in terms of secret rooms. I haven't been and checked a map yet. I will see, because I know we need to come down to... I've got no cursor again. That was a great sentence. Well done, Demo. There we go. I know that we've got this little bit here to unclear. And that could be... Oh no, there's a bit up at the top of the Dramalek boss room as well that I need to go and collect. I should probably do that now, shouldn't I, before I do... Yeah. So, in terms of, you know, I've been and got all the cards and so on and so forth. We've got the full list of cards with their really nice art, and I'm currently using... Ooh, I don't know whether I'm going to use that for the boss. But anyway. This morning... No. Last night, I... After just finishing this to where I am now, I went and looked into IPS patching. I've had, as I said, a ROM of Castlevania Circle of the Moon for ages, and clearly I'd never used it because there'd been no save file created, no save states, no nothing. So I thought, I've got this nice blank, clean, fresh ROM, what kind of patches are there? So there are patches for auto dashing. So rather than having to mess around with a weird control config or what have you, it just enables dash. So when you press left or right, you just dash. It just enables the dash state constantly. So dash is always on. There are some very rare occasions where you can feel the old physics, the non-dash physics in certain jumps, but I couldn't tell you what it is that causes it. So you're just constantly dashing. And I played about an hour and a half of the ROM with that enabled, and it felt so much better. To the extent that it makes me really, really frustrated and kind of angry with myself that I played all the way through this to this stage with the shitty controls and having to try and do stuff with that controller hack through Steam input. The second IPS patch that I found is the quote-unquote definitive edition patch, which does a few things. But the first thing that it does is it ensures that you don't need to farm enemies for the cards. They are no longer RNG. They drop from the very first enemy that can drop them. So no more farming the Fallen Angel for 25 plus minutes to get the Saturn. Was it the Saturn card? I think it was the Saturn card, because that was getting really, really annoying. That was one of the last things that I did. The Fallen Angel is up here, and it was not a fun place to fight. It's a typical enemy that flies away into the scenery, so she's difficult to hit. She's surrounded by Legion enemies that can petrify you or curse you, I think it is, which slows things down even more. And you're just hopping in and out and griffin winging yourself up, and it's just not fun at all. So the definitive edition gets rid of that. It also, you know how I was saying it feels like a bit of a slog to level up? Yes, because the English-speaking ROMs, the English-speaking versions of the game, upped the amount of XP required by 20% for every level. So the JP version of the game is just easier to level up in. So the definitive edition ROM changes the XP table to the Japanese version, which should smooth out and balance out the XP curve, the leveling curve. Other things that the definitive edition ROM does, or patch does, are no more having to try and figure out what card combo does what, because it just tells you. It just tells you straight away. Now, obviously, on this version, we can go into the encyclopedia and see them all anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference that the definitive edition also does that, because you can do that in this version as well. There is also, and I'm kind of interested in trying this, although it will mean playing through the game again, there is a card mode patch for the ROM. And what that does is, rather than having cards drop from enemies, it actually puts the cards in locations in the castle. So a little bit like you would find a relic in some of the later and, let's be honest, better games. You can now find cards to create combos with out in the wilds, so to speak. So no more farming at all. They're just out there for you to find. There is one problem with this, however. The Uranus card is at the end of the battle arena. And the battle arena is supposed to be optional content. And it's hard if you do it legitimately. I assume I did it when I first played through this on the Game Boy Advance, but as I said, I don't know, and I no longer have a Game Boy Advance, so I can't check the battery on my cartridge to find out exactly how much of this game that I did. I still don't know whether I completed it or not. I kind of feel like I did, but whether I 100%ed it, no idea. So, to bring us back to what we are doing here today, because this is essentially a fancy emulator, I can do this. Because Konami hasn't changed the ROMs much. There is actually a slight change in here. You can't redo your... There's supposed to be a config option down at the bottom where you can change your controls. They took away that. You can IPS patch the ROMs in the Castlevania Advanced Collection. So I now have... I really wish... See, the way of doing this is mentioned in a Steam guide. And it's a lot of bullet-pointed steps. And I started it, and it looked complicated, and then it said you've got to have the right version of the ROM, etc., etc., etc. And I just thought, you know what, I can't be bothered. Oh my god, I wish I had bothered. Because it turns out the IPS patch for the Auto Dash works on the... As far as I can tell, it works on all versions of the game. EU, JP, NA. So I could have been playing with this from the start. This would have made so much difference, because so much of my frustration with this title was to do with the controls. You know, just going in and out of doorways to farm like this, just automatically dashing every single time would have made so much of a difference to the levels of frustrations. No more having to, the double tap on the stick didn't quite work, or it didn't activate properly and I need to take my finger off the stick and hit it again to... No, just left and right on the fucking D-pad does this. Now that is the only thing that I've patched this with. I haven't patched it with the Definitive Edition XP curve or any of the automatic card drops or combos, because I just wanted to see whether this one thing would work. So for what little is left of this playthrough, I'm just going to be using this. Now this might be enough, just this one change might be enough for me to say, you know what, this isn't an E-tier game. Now, with this patch, it might be playable, because there is some interesting Metroidvania fun to be had in this. You know, the castle itself is all right. There are a lot of things that I don't like. The knockback. I mean, the hard checkpointing is part of the course with the Castlevania games, so I'm not going to mark it down for that because it's a Castlevania game. They're all like this. The lack of healing consumables is substantial and astounding and kind of dire, frankly. But yeah, it's a new day. It's slightly cooler. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to defeat you here, but I've spoken for 12 minutes, so... He slice? Okay, and I want to create a save state after the dialogue. Alternatively, after all of that, the game is going to crash. So, the one previous time when I thought, did the game crash while I was creating a save state? I guess it actually did. Uh-oh. Am I taking damage? Oh no. Yes, I am. Oh, was that it? Stop, you. I don't want to hurt you, Hugh. Nathan? Ugh. I'm alright now. You are yourself again? Nathan, I'm sorry. I was envious of you. When Father named you the successor, I was afraid that I was worthless. I needed the recognition. Enough. That probably was the dark weakness that your father saw in my soul, why he chose you. Stop it, you. It's all right. Even I realise now that Father was right in his decision. Don't make me embarrass myself further. Allow me self-pity for now. Help Father now. I'm entrusting his return to you. I accept. Okay. We didn't seem to be taking a lot of damage then. Oh, because I've got a load of defence. What have I got on? I've forgotten what I've equipped. Oh yeah, the shining armour. You get that from the... Oh, that's where the key is. Get that key from the... no, you get the key from there. You get the shining, or the shining armour, because, you know, spelling is hard, from the battle arena. I probably shouldn't have worn that, actually, because that's kind of cheaty, but whatever. I need to go to Andromelech's room. Ow. Just skip all these. Yeah, fortunately, I don't just rely on quick saving. Screw you, devil. I hate these things. We've got shitty attacks. Okay. Fortunately, we can at least get to... And this is not the most interesting way of doing fast travel. Right. Let's put that on. Do ourselves massive damage. This is just the card combo for percentage of the map uncovered. In fact, while I think about it, put that on. That only governs int only governs MP regen in this game. It doesn't cover magic damage or anything else. It's just MP regen. Am I going the right way? I am. Wonderful. Just going to go and mess that up, apparently. I'm just going to go get those last two. Oops. I accidentally double jumped. Ooh, a potion. That's nice. Yeah, see, there's no accidentally double tapping. Yeah. If nothing else, I would recommend patching the game with the auto dash. And obviously, if you want the truly vanilla experience, then you know you do you, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay. So that's that complete. That's 98.6. Well, that's clearly not enough for just those 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 squares. Oh, in the room I was literally just in fighting the boss, I haven't got the ceiling. This is what happens. You see a lot of people when they're talking to streamers in YouTube chat, in Twitch chats or whatever have you. It's like, how did you miss this, Twitch streamer? And it's like, because talking requires a degree of concentration. You know, it's not an automatic thing that your brain can just do. You do still need to be thinking about it. So a small portion, admittedly in my case, very small, of my brain is occupied with talking and trying to form coherent and vaguely interesting things to say. Oh, nice. Mirror armor. I think that's the first of those that I've got. What does mirror armor do? Yeah. Load of defense. That's actually a fairly rare drop, I believe. I'm going to cock that up. But it doesn't make that any less annoying. There's only so much that control rejig can change. But, you know. Oh yeah, I knew there was a balcony up here as well. I just didn't do it on this particular version of the fight, did I? Because I didn't need to. Okay, so that is 98.8. So each square is a percent? Is that right? No, it's a 0.%. Because it was 98.6. So 98.7, 98.8. So by that, there's got to be at least 10? 12? 12 squares left? That can't be right. Have I missed that many secrets? Is there an entire passageway somewhere that I haven't seen? And it is possible. This feels so much better with the ability... Oh, it is petrified. It's not... It's not curse. Oh, oh. I'm gonna keep the cross, thanks. Do. Right. Do. So I know that... Ooh. I know that the boss is up and left. I was going to say, that's an obvious fake wall. Or floor. Okay. What's that? That's 99.1. So there's still... there's 0.1 to the left of us. Have I still got my mouse cursor? I do. So there's 0.1 here. But that is still 8 rooms, 8 grid squares that I have not found. And I can't see... I can't see any broken lines. Okay. Oops, that's not how you spell castle. Castlevania, Circle of the Moon in-game map. Ah, the Castlevania crypt. I used to go here all the time. They've got lots of maps. I just want an in-game one. In-game map. Let's zoom that in. Oh, that hasn't blown up. Oh, well, there's a really obvious room here, which is 2 squares that I haven't got. So that's a nice, easy start. That's all fine. That's all right. Oh, and there's a room here, which is 4 squares, which, handily, isn't that far away. Obviously, I've got no way of marking these on my map. Oh god, this feels so much better! Back off, succubus. Nobody likes you. Which is kind of an issue for succubi. No, down more. Just walk straight into you. Right, so through here. Through here. So it should just be underneath where I am here. Ah. Myconids. Aha. Okay. 99.5. That being said, with the +2 from the room down below, that still leaves us 2 short, doesn't it? 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 for the final room. So I'm still going to be 0.2 short. Just looking back at the map. I always find that the best way of trying to check between a map guide and your own map is by looking at the negative spaces rather than trying to look at the actual rooms. Okay, I found one. Weirdly enough, actually, there it's also down below. No. The little timer that you get before you can pick up another one of those in later games is much appreciated. To be fair, it looks like I did a fairly decent job of finding stuff. Oh, I've gone past it. By a good stretch, actually. I'm not even in the right room. Ah. Yoink. Hearts max. Okay, and then we need to go right. Oh, this place is a pain in the arse because you've got all the... all of this stuff to do. Which obviously isn't in this video, is it? It's not in this video because I didn't record it. I thought I had, but I hadn't. I'm quite annoyed about that, by the way. When I do a full playthrough of a game, I like to have the footage of a full playthrough of the game. But I wasn't doing it all again. Oh, I was expecting that to kill you. It did not. Hey! That should have gone over my head, I think. Straight onto his head. The weird thing that I've noticed whilst I've been farming around stuff. Ooh, nice. The hitbox for the whip. Oh, that's just fallen down. Right, it should just be above here, which means I need to find a... That's why I didn't see that. Oh, it's a HP max as well. Wonderful. Okay. So that is 0.8. Which means I think I am missing a single square. Can I see anything on this map? Oh, no, I thought I got it for... Aha! Oh, oh no, that's the one that we know about. I was going to say, it's there. It's really obvious. And it's like, no, Demo, that's the final boss room. You know about that one. Huh. I'm not seeing it. Got all those. Got that. Got that. Huh. Okay. What I'm gonna do is overlay my window. This is a terrible way of doing this. If I just put the the image. No, actually, that doesn't work very well at all. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. Photoshop. And it could be that the final room counts for 2, but I doubt it. Let's make that slightly transparent so I can line things up properly. Okay. Huh. Nope. I guess the final room must count for 2%? 0.2%? Because otherwise, my map is identical. Let me just show you what I'm doing. So that's my map. So unless I'm being really dumb, I can't see any obvious. Just that one room there for the final room. So maybe. Oh, that's not actually showing you because this is over the top. Hold on. That's what I've been doing. I'd forgot I got the game because it was a new game window. So it's just me clicking back and forth through that. Yes, I've got the game window laid on top on this, haven't I? So. Oh, God. Now I'm confused. Ah. Where's the game gone? There it is. Okay. Panic over. Wasn't there a room? Yes. This room here. Wasn't that the room that I said, oh, that's filled that out? And there's probably something there that I need to come back to, but it's filled it out and it's made it look. It's made it look like I've completed it when I actually have not. I vaguely remember I need to flick these switches. In order to actually be able to get around. Maybe not. And you didn't get to the... Oh. Okay, so I did need to flick that switch. I mean, it's probably for the best that you didn't get the footage of this location, because it was a lot of me getting frozen and swearing a lot. Oh, there's the jump not working. That's where that switch is. Yeah, now we're on the other side of that. And now I need to hit this. Which does that. Let's get down here. What, I've forgotten what I was doing now. Was I just heading back to the final room? Oh, no, I was going to go and get... I'd argue going this way. At some point I'll remember that you can drop through these platforms. Oh, hello, Weber. These were the grizzlies that I was talking about that I got the strength stuff from. This is so much better to control. It doesn't make me any good, but... we fly! Okay. Do. Now. This one. Just going to grab the save point while we're here. Do. One thing that I was thinking about last night while I was HP up. Nice. That's probably all of them then. 1070? What's the... It doesn't tell me how many we've got. 990 MP. Either way, there's no collection counter. It's just pure room percentage. Running this on an emulator was... You know, it was great that I got the IPS patch for the dash and stuff, but it was still kind of jerky to actually play. And a lot of people have given Konami shit for these Castlevania ports, say, oh, they're really low effort. It's like, actually, one thing that this is really smooth. And it makes me wonder, there's no save room near this final boss. Why is that, Konami? No, no, you can't go that way. You have to go around this way. Yeah, this is the nearest save room, I think. Maybe there's a... Is there a special realm after the Dracula fight that we get transported to that counts as the final 1.1%? Or is there just another percentage that I'm being kind of dumb and didn't see? Right. Save. Overwriting. Okay. You have done well to come so far. Master! Impeccable timing. The time for the rite is upon us. Your soul will become as well. Not if I can help it. Master, are you all right? What an emotional display. But don't fool yourself. Even you must have darkness upon your soul. What? To be superior? To be honoured for your singular accomplishments? To be loved by all? To get the glory even at the expense of others? That is what your friend craved. I just increased that desire, that power. You despicable blights. How dare you toy with his soul? I'll get you for that. I'll get you. That is such a... Okay, I assume Drax's going to do his normal... Fiery bats. Yeah. Check where he's going to teleport to. Oh, was that it? Power. I need my full power. Wow, 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 wow. Huh? Oh, do we get a... We get to teleport out to a new place. Chase him. Don't let him escape. Ugh. I'll take care, Father. You go after him. Right. Get Master's safety. Do we get to go and... Nathan? Banish Dracula and then make sure you get out. I will. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So, oh, and that did count for 100%. Kind of weird. But I'll take it. So that is the 100% map. As we expected. Let's finish this. Oops. Ow. No. Okay. I don't know what his attacks are, obviously, so... At least there's no kind of faffing around. Right, I want to try, just because it looks cool. We've got some summony things. It's that, isn't it? Yes. No, that's not going to hurt him. Oh, I thought I'd broken him for a second. Okay, so that's just a case of he's invincible. That seemed to do good damage, though. You don't need to press up or anything here. It's just a case of you just go in. Oh, I'm poisoned. I was just going to say, why am I... Oh, I've got 12 potions from all the farming. We're invincible when we do this, so... Sure, we'll use all of that. Got a couple of high potions as well. Oh, bats. Ow. God, he does so much damage. I've got some. Gotcha? I think I gotcha. Yeah. There we go. Platforms have got eyes on. My eyes! Speaking thereof. It is a wasted effort. I will never be truly gone. So long as there is darkness and desire in the soul of man, I will continue to be revived. And we will be there to stop you. You can bet on that. Nathan gets hit by a rock on the head, and that's the end of his story. I find it interesting that they have the typical kind of Castlevania silhouettes, but the castle's kind of reversed. Now, having the chapel on the right and the clock tower on the left is very strange. Master, are you well? Nathan, thank you. You did well. You have become a hunter in your own right. Hugh, I need to thank you as well. But your training must begin anew. I know, Father. I will train like I was reborn to become worthy. Pushes him off the cliff. No. Hey, Nathan. If you become soft, I'll take over for you. I look forward to the challenge, Hugh. And it matters not, because this game is not canon. The Full Moon of Demise. Watch the ending, Circle of the Moon. Circle of the Moon is the worst Castlevania Metroidvania game. There is no doubt in my mind that it is the worst Metroidvania. Now, if you are a fan of the classic Vanias, then you might actually like this one more because you like the stiff, shitty controls, and you like the shitty whip hitbox, and you like having to redo hours of your life because save points are few and far between. You know, if this is your cup of tea, don't let my judgment on it take anything away from you. That would be daft. But for me, this is by far the worst Castlevania in the Metroidvania genre. Yeah, I would place this well below Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, Symphony of the Night. It's not even in the same kind of ballpark, frankly. Just because of how many things that it does that I just cannot stand. Harmony of Dissonance is currently in the same tier as this, but kind of at opposite ends. I mean, if I take a look, just whilst these credits are rolling, at my D tier, we've got games like Alruna, Age of History, which I really wanted to like, but didn't like as much as the first one. Blade Chimera, which was fucking boring. Geno Panic, which is better actually than it was, but it's a bit short. Dark Devotion, Metroid 2, Primal Planet, Yars Rising, which great production values, but terrible meh. The Hunter X games, you know, there are fun to be had. Congratulations, you get the Magician's Password Fireball. Please input in the name entry screen. That's the other thing that the Definitive Edition patch does. It removes the need to play through the games over and over and over again to get these different passwords. Because even if you have the passwords, you have to, if you play it properly, even if you have the password, you still need to play through the modes over and over in order to get the actual thing. You need to be able to... You can't use the password unless you completed the mode that unlocks the password. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So if I want to, you know, play on Magician mode, you know, I have to play through Vampire Killer mode, which is the default, to get the password. I can't just start up Fireball on a brand new game. And the same goes for the Thief and the Archer and whatever the other builds are. So, judgments. If you are desperate and you've run out of all other Metroidvanias, of the games that are on my D tier, let's do this. Have I got anything incriminating on there? No, I have not. Of the games that are on my D tier, all of these, you know, Harmony of Dissonance and Circle of the Moon were on there simply because I know I played them and I know I didn't like them much. I would argue that that Circle of the Moon is worse than almost every single game on here. I would argue that of these, the only one that I would argue is a worse game than Circle of the Moon would be Shadow Labyrinth. You know, even Exorcist Fairy, which feels unfinished and has an awful translation, is actually more fun than Circle of the Moon, as far as I'm concerned. Even doing the boring-ass side quests in Blade Chimera were more fun than the grinding in Circle of the Moon, as far as I'm concerned. All of these games, bar for the bloated, overblown mess that was Shadow Labyrinth. Though that being said, I believe, as I said there, patch 1.1 has has done a lot, I believe, to try and make Shallow Labyrinth a better game. I don't know whether it's worked, because I'm never playing that trash again. But, you know, it might be okay now. I've no idea why these are so big. I've messed up some CSS code there somewhere. But yes, Circle of the Moon is right down here. Right down there. The IPS patch to put Always Run on, absolutely essential. I think if you want to play, if you are desperate to play this game and you want to play the Castlevania Advanced version, there is a YouTube video on... This guy's playing really badly in the demo. I'll put a link to the video that I used to get the IPS patch working on this, on the Castlevania Advanced version. I definitely recommend playing this over the emulator version just because of how smooth this PC version is. You know, I noticed it last night when I was trying out the emulator version. This is so smooth in comparison. Obviously, you've got to pay for this, and you've got to do a little bit of work to get the IPS patch working. The definitive edition, in fact, I'll leave a link to the 3 big ROM patches down below. So you've got the Auto Dash one, which is what I've been using for this last little bit. You've got the definitive edition, which I do kind of recommend if you want to play with the slightly better difficulty curve. And there is the card mode where you can find the cards out in the castle as opposed to getting them as monster drops. I am quite intrigued by that. I've already started working on a map for this. I've done a base map style thing. So I'm going to maybe put the fixed card locations on there for anybody using the card mode patch. Possibly. Anyway, that was Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Definitely the worst of the bunch. Frustrating to get around, not enough fast travel, hard checkpointing, incredibly rare heals, consumable wise. Absolutely terrible difficulty curve, really janky and unresponsive controls on the base game. It's not a fun experience. It wasn't a fun experience at all. But your mileage will vary, and B, if you do use the Auto Dash patch, which I wish I'd done at the start, maybe I wouldn't have come down quite as harshly on it as I have. I don't think, you know, if I'd played with Auto Dash from the start, it would have made it a good game. But if I'd played the quote-unquote definitive edition with the Auto Patch from the start, the Auto Dash from the start, then maybe it would have been bearable. But I wouldn't. I'll never play this vanilla again, ever. And I probably said that back in... When did it actually come out? Circle of the Moon. It came out in 2001. Yeah, came out in 2001. So I probably said that 25 years ago when I first played this, that I'd probably never play it again. I have forgot me. Thank you for watching. Folks, if your favourite game is Castlevania Circle of the Moon, I do have some phone numbers for psychiatric help that you can get. No, that's not fair or funny. People like different things. Why is this guy just whipping at the wall? These little demo movies are always so funny. They're not something that people do anymore. I wonder whether they're actually kind of automated, rather because they're not going to be pre-rendered, are they? So I'm wondering if the IPS patch actually affects them with the auto dashing. That'd be quite entertaining to find out. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.